I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes to see if we can get more people on here. We're supposed to have 17, which is a very full class for groups. So we're going to have our A game, which I know you're capable of. Anna, are you Hatcher?
Yes.
Okay. Mute again, please. I haven't had you face to face before. I was just trying to make sure that I knew who you were in my grade book. I know, Nicholas, your handler, right? Hold on your head, Jocelyn. Everybody has had me at least once for an online class. Is that correct? Nodding, fingers, thumbs up, right? So I will tell you a little bit about me. Some of you who have had me face to face, you've heard this part before. So I originally from New York, from Long Island. I'm a suburb girl. My family moved to South Carolina right when I graduated high school. So I moved to South Carolina with my parents. I went to the University of South Carolina and got a bachelor's degree in journalism, and being a journalist was my first career. I did journalism for, I don't know, 10 years maybe, and I decided I was miserable being a journalist, and being miserable in my 20s in a job seemed bad. Like, I didn't want to be miserable until I retired. So I commuted to the university, back to the University of South Carolina to get my master's degree in social work. And when I did 2 internships as part of my master's degree in social work. One of them was with hospice, and one of them was on the addictions unit of a psych hospital. After I did my internship at hospice, I realized that that was my home, and thankfully they hired me when my internship was complete. Hospice works with patients and families of terminally ill people. I considered it a great honor to be able to work with families at that time in their life. So I stayed with hospice for many years, and then I needed to take a time out and do something different for a while, because as you can imagine, doing work with terminally ill people can wear you down a little bit. So then I switched over and went into, I did counseling for a cancer agency, and I did one-on-one counseling for people with cancer, for their families, for their caregivers, and I led grief groups as well. And then I realized that I'm not an individual one-on-one kind of person. I'm more of a team kind of person. And it's good if you can figure that out while you're in college or while you do your internships, because it makes a big difference. I mean, I just didn't feel comfortable working alone year after year. I'm more of a team person. So I went back to work with hospice for some more years. So hospice is really the largest chunk of my career. And I teach the social work classes here at Tech, and I do a lot of medical social work stuff in my classes. Those of you who have had me for case management or have had me for death and dying, you know that all of my outlook on human services is very much from the medical social work point of view because of my background. Let me see who's in the chat. Hold on. Okay, there's more Selena. You're saying yes to something. Okay, good. So that's my orientation to this field, is very systems, very family oriented, very medical social work oriented. I love doing groups. That's why I teach the group class. I've led a lot of groups, hundreds of groups in my lifetime, caregiver support groups and cancer patient support groups, and of course a ton of grief support groups, since grief and hospice and death and dying is probably my primary love. Some of you took my death and dying class, you might be aware of that. So Not everybody in our department loves groups. That's why I teach it and other teachers do not. And so again, this is a good thing for you to figure out while you're in college whether you like to do groups or not. So that when you get into the professional field, you don't choose a job that requires you to do a lot of group work if group work is not really something you're interested in. So a lot of what we offer in human services is opportunities to expose you to a broad range of things. So you can say, I like doing this, I don't like doing that. And hopefully it will help you choose your internships and it will help you choose your professional career by ruling in or ruling out the things that you like or don't like. So I want to give you an opportunity to talk for just a minute. I want to know if you have heard any other students talk about this class. What have you heard about this class, or what are your, you know what, let's do a round. Those of you who've had me before know I like a round. A round is when I ask a question and everybody in the room has to answer the question. So I'm gonna call you out across the screen. As I see you, Levi is gonna be first, and he's had me before, so that's cool. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very anxious, and 1 being I'm totally chill, please tell us how anxious you are about this class. So I'm going to say Levi's on deck, Regina, you're second, Marilyn, you're third. Okay, so you should be thinking about your answer. Okay, Levi.
I would say probably around 4, just because I'm very comfortable with you and I know how you work, what you expect of us.